Greetings builders, Daniel here and welcome back to another exciting build review, where I show you in just a couple of minutes all the information that you need to decide if this build is for you or not. If this is meant to be the one, you can find links for POBs and complete guides in the video description. And if this video helps you, please leave a thumbs up to support the channel. Thank you very much and let's get into it! Today's build is the new and incredible CYCLONE of Tumult Slayer with the Duelist class. This new PoE expansion brought the transfigure gems with it. This means an alternative version of active skill gems. The Cyclone skill got the CYCLONE of Tumult, that is a Cyclone wider and more powerful, but with the downside of being a lot slower. However, with an easy trick we can remove this downside and simply have a Cyclone with 33% more damage and 40% more area of effect. To list the pros of this build, I would start with its clear speed. It's just amazing to be always moving and massacring all the poor enemies on the way. The boss damage is also incredible. Once the build is done, you are going to kill even the big bosses in just a matter of seconds. And above all of that, this build is very simple and easy to put together. Now, to list the cons, I would point a few important issues and I'd like to ask you to pay close attention here. You see, this build has a great survivability once it's done. But when you're leveling your character, you need to pace your progression, because you're always very close to enemies. If you're not prepared, you are going to die. So take the extra time to pick up a few more levels before progressing to a high tier content. Another useful tip about your survivability is how to deal with stuns. On this build we get stun immunity with a charm on the new Wildwood Primalist Ascendancy. It is super cheap and easy to get, but if you forget it, you're going to have a bad time. As for budget, you can get it destroying early endgame maps with only around 90 chaos. To comfortably advance to yellow maps, you need to invest around 115 chaos, and for easily completing your atlas, I recommend investing around 6 divines. Don't forget that on PoEbuilds.net you can find a list with all the equipment that you need to buy for this build, with direct links for examples being sold by other players. You only need one mandatory unique item for this build. The Stampede boots that guarantee that your movement speed will always be 150% of its pace. This means that the downside of CYCLONE of Tumult will mean absolutely nothing to us. For clear speed I'll give it 9 out of 10. CYCLONE never stops moving and has a huge area of effect, so you can farm your maps without the need to stop for casting or anything like that. It's just awesome and very satisfying. The boss damage is just amazing, deserves 10 out of 10. When this build is done, you're going to easily achieve over 15 million DPS, that is more than enough to destroy bosses in just seconds. Now for the survivability, I'll give it 9 out of 10. This build achieves over 100,000 effective HP because of high armor, evasion, spell suppression, fortify, and a lot of instant life reach. Now, with the huge area of effect bonus from CYCLONE of Tumult, you don't even need to stay very close to enemies on endgame, what gives you even more survivability. And that's it for today guys, what did you think about the CYCLONE of Tumult build? Please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments and give a thumbs up to support the channel. I wish you guys an amazing day and don't forget to keep building!